My speech is on the Department of Veteran Affairs, correct or corrupt. Military women and men have served this great nation here and abroad to prevent the enemy from advancing onto U.S. soil. Senior level elected officials should go beyond asking task force studies to solve VA healthcare challenges and start asking the providers and the veterans for the solutions, because they're the ones who know what they need and don't need. One of the major symptoms that veterans experience is post-traumatic stress, or more commonly known as PTSDs. They've been recognized by a number of healthcare authorities as a serious debilitating condition in combat veterans. Many war veterans suffer from PTSD, and healthcare providers are focused on identifying treatments. Cognitive behavior therapy techniques are being used for combat vets. Some doctors believe that it's possible to predict soldiers who are at risk of developing PTSD by identifying the three main categories of PTSD, such as reliving the events, avoidance, and arousal. Doctors believe they can use these methods to treat the veteran. Is our government really doing what it's promised? You know, Abraham Lincoln once said in 1865, "To care for him who shall have borne the battle, and for his widow and his orphan." That was a contract that he made way back in 1865. Has our government kept that social contract? That contract is only as good as a government's ability to consider the diverse needs and circumstances of our military veterans. Government has promised to care for the veterans and retirees, and that's why it's important that they adjust accordingly to the veterans' eligibilities and coverage policies. You know, the question remains, is our government doing everything in its power to help our veterans? Supposedly, there are affirmative action plans in place for our veterans as well. Supposedly, there are affirmative action plans in place to give our veterans the same treatment as mainstream Americans. The Federal Equal Opportunity Program and the Disabled Veterans Affirmative Action Program are but two EEOC programs in place to help our veterans and retirees. There's supposedly a plethora of benefits that encompass the health and well-being of our service women and men. Retirement, Social Security, and cost of living adjustments are just a few of what the government touts as numerous benefits for our veterans. Cost of living? No. We were supposed to get one this year, and we were denied a 3% cost of living increase, but the Obama administration got one. Just FYI. The main benefits to those who have served as touted by the government are education, financial and health care, and medical benefits. You know, U.S. veterans have made great sacrifices to help protect this nation. Do you think the government's administration is using medicines and technology of today's era to help our veterans? I can tell you that the clinic I go to, their computers are so antiquated. I think it's chisel and stone, truthfully. Maybe a better effort should be made to study and review what's best to put forth to take care of our military women and men. Do me a favor. When it's time for you to vote, do your due diligence and who you're looking at as your candidate, and make sure that they are mentioning in their campaign speeches that they're doing everything that they can and will do everything they can, if elected, to help our veterans and retirees. I proudly serve this great nation, and I would do it again voluntarily. I am a U.S. veteran.